Hello, good morning, all. Okay, this is the fourth part D of NTA mock test history zoology explanation. I hope you benefited from the first three parts. At least some part you might have learned one or 2 points from those three part A, B, and C. Okay, if these are helpful, make a comment in the comment section. If you want to make more videos regarding like these videos, comment in comment section if you find videos useful. Single choice, we in the previous part C. Okay, I completed up to 30 question number 36. I have picked up only zoology questions. The question number is not okay in the order, right order. Okay, consider the following three statements. Okay, I left botany bits, that's why these numbers are not in sequence. Consider the following statements. Consider the following three statements A to C and choose the correct option to fill the blanks. That's the question given. Okay, consider the following three. One, dash helps to stop substance from the leaking cross a tissue. Okay, dash helps to stop substance from leaking across a tissue. Next, in all the connective tissues except dash cells secrete fibers. In all connective tissues, cells secrete fibers, but in one connective tissue, cells do not secrete fibers. What is that connective tissue? Okay, every connective tissue consists of mainly three components. One is cells, second one is fibers, and third one is the matrix or ground substance called matrix. Okay, in every connective tissue there are three parts: one cells, two fibers, three matrix. A ground substance is called matrix. But okay, if you take areolar tissue, there are cells are there which produce fibers. If you take bone, cells produce fibers. Okay, cells are producing fibers. Okay, cells producing fibers. But if you take the blood has cells, blood has matrix, but blood does not have fibers. Okay, here the blood not form fibers, they do not produce. Okay, blood here. Okay, blood has only two things here. One is matrix. Matrix means plasma. The other one, okay, plasma plus cells together form the blood. Blood has no. Blood has in all connective tissues cells secrete fiber, but these cells do not produce fibers. It is very important. Dash helps to stop the substances here. There are tight junctions. Form a closest contact between the adjacent cells, okay, known in nature. Okay, bloodness, that is the first one. Okay, this is the explanation to part A. In all connective tissues, blood cells do not secrete fibers. The matrix of the blood is not fibrous. The matrix of the areolar tissue is fibrous. The matrix of the loose connective tissue is fibrous. Okay, that matrix consists of fiber, though, and is plasma. The matrix of blood is not fibrous, and the matrix of blood is called plasma, and it is not fibrous. That means matrix of the blood is called plasma. Plasma does not have fibers. Fibroblasts secrete fiber. Generally, dash cells produce and secrete fibers in the connective tissue. The answer is fibroblasts. Okay, that is the first one. Here, the dash helps here tight junction. Okay, tight junction. Next one is the blood. Except blood in remaining all connective tissue cells produce fibers. Okay, next, the third one, dash cells produce and secrete fibers in connective tissue. What is that? Fibroblasts are the cells. Fibroblasts are the cells. Okay, which produce and secrete fibers in the connective tissue. Next one, 38 question number. Which of the following glands in our body have its cells arranged in the form of cards? Okay, arranged in the its cells in the form of card. Hepatocytes in the liver are arranged in the. This is one cord, hepatic cord. The cells in the liver are hepatocytes, which are arranged in a sequence in a form of a cord called. Which of the following glands in our body has following glands have their cells arranged in the form of a cord. Okay, see here. Okay, these are the cells. Okay, these are the hepatocytes. Okay, this is one hepatocyte. These all are arranged in the form of a cord. Okay, cells are arranged in the form of a cord. Cells are arranged in the form of a cord. Hepatic. These are called This is called one hepatic cord. Hepatic cord. So that one, okay, liver, intestine, gallbladder, pancreas. Liver is the largest gland of the body, having which are the structural and functional unit which are in hexagonal shape. And in hepatic lobules, the hepatic cells are arranged in the form of hepatic cords, right? Okay, you can see some more parts here. Very important part is the sinusoids. You learned in first year, intermediate first year in plasmodium life cycle in man. In the liver, there is cycle takes place called pre-erythrocytic cycle and exoerythrocytic cycle. Okay, pre-erythrocytic cycle and exoerythrocytic cycle take place in the after the pre-erythrocytic cycle. These hepatocytes rupture and release. First generation merozytes or cryptozytes into sinusoid. Okay, observe here. This liver cell ruptures and release them into. So what is meant by sinusoid here? Very important point. You know in cockroach there are sinuses are there, middle sinus, dorsal sinus, ventral sinus, head sinus are present in the cockroach. But here we have in the liver sinusoid. Here if you look at the hepatic artery here, okay, it is releasing blood into one open space. This open space is called sinusoid. And look at another one here. Okay, look at this one here. Okay, what is this one? Oh, sorry. Okay, this is the hepatic portal vein. Hepatic portal vein, it comes from the stomach and small intestine to the liver. Okay, from the hepatic portal vein also releasing its contents into this space. Not here, no blood vessel here. It is releasing into the open space. Okay, these open spaces between the hepatic cords are called sinusoids. Okay, it is important. Sinusoid. This is the central vein. Okay, these three together call portal triad. Portal triad. You learn triad in muscular system also. This is the portal triad. Portal triad consists of a branch of, okay, this is a bile duct. Next one, hepatic portal vein and hepatic are parts of the portal triad. Triad means three components are present here. Total six portal triads generally present. Okay, you can observe here. This is a cord, hepatic cord cells or all cells are. Okay, these hepatocytes produce. What do they produce? Okay, bile juice. Okay, that bile juice is collected by here. There are bile canaliculi are present here. Next one, this is the sinusoid. This is one hepatic cord, and this is one hepatic cord. Between hepatic cord, there is a space called sinusoid, into which hepatic portal vein and hepatic artery open. The correct sequence of meninges from the inner to outside is very important. Okay, you can remember with a trick called Godavari DAP. Okay, you can remember reverse this one PAD pad DAP pad. Okay, the correct sequence of meninges from the inner to outer. It means PAD pad. Okay, P. Okay, pyometer. A. D. Duramater. Okay, observe here. Okay, here is the brain here. Okay, brain. Okay, above the close to the brain, what is present? Pyometer, and above that one there is a, okay, there is arachnoid. You know arachnoid. arachnoid class in arthropoda. Arachnoid means example spider. Spiders form the web. Spiders form the web. They spin the web. Spiders spin the web. Like that, here is web-like structure is present. That's why it is called arachnoid matter. Arachnoid matter. Okay, next above this one there is a dura matter, and there is space also subarachnoid space, subdural space. Okay, let us see once again there what is given here explanation. Meninges are the connective tissue membranes. They are made up of meninges are made up of connective tissue and which protects the central nervous system. That means brain and spinal cord. Brain as well as spinal cord both are protected by these are called brain. If they are present in the brain, they are called cranial meninges. If they are present around the spinal cord, these are called spinal meninges. Meninges are two types, cranial meninges. The inflammation to the meninges is called meningitis. Inflammation of meninges, sometimes inflammation occurs in the brain, that is called encephalitis. Encephalitis is caused by arboviruses. The inflammation of the meninges is called meningitis. Each one is called meninx. Okay, the central nervous system and projections of its structure. These membranes are pia mater, thinnest one, and arachnoid, thin webby membrane, arachnoid. Okay, they form a web and slightly vascular. And dura mater, the outermost double layered, thick and non-vascular. It is a double layered. Okay, it is a double layered. Okay, this dura mater is okay double layered. You can see here. It is a double layered. Okay, it is a double layered. Dura matter is a double layered. Okay, you have seen here the matter here. Okay, it is a double layered, thick non-vascular. That means no blood supply to that. Okay, what is that one is the dura matter. Here you can see the outer layer of the dura matter. Outer layer of the dura matter. Then this is the inner layer of the dura matter. Then there is the membrane. Then below that one there is a subarachnoid space is there. There the fluid is present, CS subcerebrospinal fluid, and the innermost pia mater is present, which is very close. This is the brain. It has gyri and sulci here. Okay, this is the part. This is the brain, and close to the brain, what is present pia mater. Okay, next one. Here comes the next one, very important one. Nervous system, especially ear and eye are very important. We can expect one or two bits from in every paper. Given below is a diagrammatic cross section of a single loop of human cochlea. Okay, single human loop cochlea has like a coil structure. It has loops. Here a single loop of the human cochlea is given. Okay, what is this cross section of single loop? I will show you here. Okay, I will show you here. Okay, this is the okay here. Okay, these are the loops. You can see here loops. Okay, it has a loop. Okay, they have taken the cross section here. They have taken cross section here, and they are showing us that part here. Okay, you can see the longitudinal section here, not cross section. This is the longitudinal section of the cochlea. Okay, you can observe here what they have asked here. Let us see which are the correctly represents the name of the three different parts. Okay, what they have asked here, A. Okay, they have asked A. Okay, B. Okay, another A is also given here. Okay, these two consist of same type. Okay, the same part is present. That means perilymph is present in here, and Regeners membrane C is given here. Say D is here. Okay, they are asking here A is the tector membrane, B is the perilymph, C is the secretory cells, C is the secretory cell, and here no secretory cells here, and D is the endolymph. Okay, D is the endolymph. Next one is the A is the endolymph. Okay, perilymph. Okay, generally outside. Perilymph is present. Endo means inside, peri outside. Okay, peripheral nervous system. Okay, here outside perilymph is present, and in the inside there is endolymph is present here. You can see that one here. Okay, this one contains perilymph. Peri means outside, peripheral nervous system, And this is a here what is present here, endo. Inside in this one there is a endolymph here, perilymph here. This is scala vestibuli, scala tympani, and scala media cochlear duct. Cochlear duct. Okay, it is also called cochlear duct. Important one, scala media and endolymph. Okay, you can see here membranes here, vestibular membrane here, and tectorial membrane there. Tectorial membrane here, vestibular membrane here, and next one basilar membrane, on which organ of Corti, spiral organ of Corti is present here. Here, look at the option here. Okay, perilymph A. Here A also the here also perilymph, and B is the tectorial membrane over the organ of Corti, and C contains here there is a endolymph is present, and D is the organ of Corti, and this is the basilar membrane. Okay, the cochlea has three the cochlea has three fluid filled sections. Fluid filled sections. The perilymph fluid in the canals differs from the perilymph fluid in the canals differs from the endolymph fluid in the cochlear duct. Cochlea, I showed you here cochlear duct. Cochlear duct consists of endolymph. Cochlear duct consists of endolymph, also called as scala media. Okay, the organ of Corti is the sensor of pressure wave. The organ of Corti is a sensor. It can sense the pressure vibrations. It can sense the it can sense the pressure. The organ of Corti is a sensor of pressure vibrations. Okay, you can also see in the longitudinal section here, they have cut here some part, and they are showing the various parts. It is very clear here. Okay, this is the perilymph here. Okay, scala vestibuli here, vestibuli, and scala media here, and cochlear duct. And here there is also perilymph. Here, what is present? Endolymph is present here. Okay, organ of Corti is present in the basilar membrane. Over the basilar membrane, there is a organ of Corti. This is scala tympani, scala vestibuli. Okay, upper side. And this is also very important. Recently, it was asked in some papers. Helicotrema. Helicotrema is the place where these two join. Can note down this point, not given in textbook but important. What is this one? What is this part? What is this part? This is the cochlear duct I showed you in the previous one also. But what is the scala? Scala vestibuli. What is this one? Scala tympani. Okay, these two are separated here, but these two join here. This is called helicotrema. Helicotrema is a place where these two parts meet, scala vestibuli and scala tympani. Okay, that's about okay, that explanation of that particular bit. And given below is a list of features found in the specific tissue. Okay, the tissue should not have stripe, that means unstriated. The cells must be in the form of fusiform shape. Okay, it is easy, maybe. Okay, you know that. Okay, nucleated and cannot be controlled directly, and bundled in a connective tissue sheath. Okay, which type of the following parts would you find layers of this tissue? Wall of stomach, wall of heart, biceps and triceps of arm, and next one is inside the brain. Okay, inside the brain, no okay muscle is there. And next one here, biceps and triceps of the arm consists of okay that consists of striped muscle. Okay, so, next one we have in lower limbs and upper limb. In the wall of the heart, we have cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is striated, but they ask here striped and striped. Okay, wall of the stomach consists of three layers. One is the one is the longitudinal layer. You can remember those layers with this trick called 10%, 10%. Okay, one means longitudinal. Okay, this is a circular. Okay, longitudinal, circular, and this is the oblique 10%. With the symbol 10%, you can remember from outside to inside. Okay, inside to outside, oblique, circular, and longitudinal. Okay, smooth muscle fibers taper at both ends. Okay, they are pointed at both ends. Okay, they taper at both ends, fusiform, and do not show striations. Do not show striation. Cell junctions hold them together. Cell junctions. Okay, you can see here. Okay, there are desmosomes. Desmosome is one type of junction. Okay, the cell junctions hold them together. Here you can also see gap junctions here. Cell junctions hold them together. Cell junctions hold them together, and they are bundled together in a connective tissue sheath. The wall of the internal organs, such as where is it present? Blood vessels, arteries, veins, but in capillary absent in capillary, it is present in lymph vessels, lymph duct, stomach, intestine contain this type of muscle tissue. Smooth muscles are involuntary as their functioning cannot be directly controlled, and we usually are not able to make it contract by mere thinking about it as we can do it. Okay, so smooth muscles, skeletal muscle you can control when you think. If you whatever you want thinking, you are able to okay, show in your hand, but you cannot do so in case of smooth muscles. Come to the next one. Which cells of our body exhibit amoeboid movement? It is given in answer. First year book also, locomotion and reproduction, AP state test book first year. Okay, this is exhibited by amoeboid movement is exhibited by Eulant in locomotion. This bit is from locomotion and reproduction part, and previous bit it is from structural organization in animals part. Before that one it is nervous tissue, nervous system. Okay, macrophage and leukocytes. Okay, you can eliminate here platelets is there, here RBC is there, here RBC there. They do not show amoeboid movement. Amoeboid movement is an important mechanism in the short distance locomotion. Short distance locomotion. Okay, note down that point. And immunological functions of leukocyte. Okay, these points are new points. Immunological functions of leukocytes. Both the macrophages are histiocytes. Histology study of tissue. And leukocytes exhibit amoeboid movement to engulf foreign entities in the body by a process called phagocytosis. Which of the following is not an example of synovial joint? Which of the following is not a synovial joint? Okay, ball and socket joint is a synovial joint. Hinge joint is a synovial joint. Pivot joint. Pivot joint is a okay. Pivot joint is also is a synovial joint. Sutures, they are not. Sutures are a type of joint formed in the flat bones which fuse end to end with the help of dense fibrous connective tissue to form the cranium. Okay, look at the here. Look at this one. There is a suture here. Okay, frontal bone, this is a frontal bone. Parietal bones, occipital bone, frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital, sphenoid, ethmoid, frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital, sphenoid, ethmoid. Okay, these are the bones: frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital, sphenoid, ethmoid. Okay, these are the bones here. There is a suture here. This is called coronal suture between the frontal bone and parietal bone. Between these two bone, and between parietal bone and occipital bone, there is a suture called lambdoid suture. Okay, these are immovable joint. Sutures are examples for immovable joint. Which of the following glands, okay, consists of two lobes interconnected by thin flap of connective tissue? The direct textbook question. Okay, next thyroid gland. Okay, next thyroid gland has two lobes connected by called lobes, and they lie on either side of the windpipe or trachea, which is usually connected by a strip of thyroid tissue known as isthmus.